Mix honey with this spice to tackle 13 health problems after 60. The information you're about to discover has been systematically removed from medical textbooks for the last 50 years. An integrative physician with 30 years of clinical experience recently made a stunning confession. I've watched countless patients get more significant relief from this simple combination than from prescriptions costing hundreds of dollars monthly, yet medical schools deliberately avoid teaching doctors about it. I'm pulling back the curtain on what might be nature's most powerful healing combination. This information could save you thousands in medical bills and years of unnecessary suffering. Let's begin. Honey isn't just sweet. It's nature's silent healer, hiding more power than most medicines on the pharmacy shelf. Inside every drop, there are over 200 bioactive compounds, working together like a perfectly trained army to fight disease and repair the body. And here's what shocked scientists in 2020. Raw honey wiped out drug-resistant bacteria, the kind even our strongest antibiotics can't kill. How? By combining hydrogen peroxide, a natural protein called defensin-1, and its acidic pH into a hostile trap where dangerous microbes simply cannot survive. But honey doesn't stop there. When it touches a wound, it creates the perfect healing shield, moist enough to regenerate tissue, yet protective enough to block infection. No synthetic drug has ever matched this natural design. The power of cloves may look small, but inside each bud is the highest antioxidant force of any spice on earth, more than 30 times stronger than blueberries. Just a tiny pinch carries more free radical fighting power than most superfoods combined. The secret weapon is eugenol, making up nearly 90% of clove oil. Modern science proves what healers knew centuries ago. It relieves pain, calms inflammation, and destroys microbes. Even today, dentists quietly rely on eugenol to ease oral pain. Now picture your cells under fire, bombarded daily by inflammation that ages you faster and weakens your defenses. This is where cloves step in. Eugenol molecules move like elite bodyguards, neutralizing the attackers before they can do harm. The synergistic effect on their own. Honey and cloves are powerful. But when combined in the right balance, something extraordinary happens. A synergy so potent that science calls it pharmacological magic. A 2021 study revealed honey's acidity makes clove compounds up to 300% more bioavailable, while cloves in return protect honey's precious enzymes. Together, they form an unstoppable force. Anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and antioxidant, hitting multiple healing pathways at once. And now comes the part you've been waiting for, how this simple mix can target 13 different health problems. Let's begin our countdown with number 13. Seasonal allergies. Seasonal allergies affect over 50 million Americans, with symptoms ranging from mild annoyance to debilitating discomfort. The conventional approach typically involves antihistamines that often come with side effects like drowsiness and dry mouth. The honey clove solution works through a completely different mechanism. Local raw honey contains small amounts of local pollen, which can help desensitize your immune system over time, similar to how allergy shots work, but much gentler. Meanwhile, the anti-inflammatory compounds in cloves help reduce the inflammatory response that causes typical allergy symptoms like congestion and sinus pressure. A 2018 immunology study found that participants using a honey-based preparation experienced a 40% reduction in allergy symptoms compared to those taking conventional antihistamines, without any side effects or drowsiness. How to use it for allergies. Mix 1 tablespoon of raw local honey with 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. Take twice daily during allergy season. Before we begin, please note that the information in this video is for educational and awareness purposes only. It is not intended to replace professional medical advice. Health problem number 12. Digestive discomfort. Digestive issues, from occasional indigestion to more persistent problems like bloating and irregular bowel movements, affect as many as 70% of adults over 50. What many don't realize is that these symptoms often share a common root cause, an imbalance in gut bacteria and inflammation of the digestive tract. The honey clove remedy addresses digestive distress through multiple mechanisms. Cloves stimulate digestive enzyme production, which improves nutrient absorption and reduces bloating. Meanwhile, honey contains prebiotic compounds that feed beneficial gut bacteria, helping restore microbial balance. A 2018 study in the Journal of Functional Foods found that this combination significantly reduced markers of digestive inflammation and improved gut barrier function, the critical boundary that prevents harmful substances from entering your bloodstream. How to use it for digestive issues. Mix 1 teaspoon of raw honey with a pinch of ground cloves in warm water. Drink 15 minutes before meals. Take a moment and ask yourself, do you experience any of these 3 symptoms? Persistent fatigue without an obvious cause? Difficulty sleeping? Joint pain that comes and goes? If you answered yes to any of these, the next 9 health problems will be especially important for you personally. Stay with me. What I'm about to share in the next few minutes could transform your health in ways conventional treatments haven't been able to achieve. Health problem number 11, respiratory infections. Upper respiratory infections, including the common cold, bronchitis, and sinusitis, are among the most frequent reasons people seek medical care. Conventional treatments often focus only on symptom management, while the honey-clove combination actually addresses the underlying causes. What makes this remedy so effective for respiratory issues is its multi-targeted approach. Honey creates a protective coating on the irritated throat tissues, reducing cough frequency and severity. A landmark study at Penn State University found honey to be more effective than commercial cough suppressants for nighttime cough. Meanwhile, cloves' potent antimicrobial properties help combat the underlying infection, while their expectorant qualities help clear congested airways. Visualize your inflamed respiratory passages, red and swollen, struggling to move air. Now picture the honey-clove mixture coating these tissues, soothing inflammation, fighting infection, and opening airways. This is exactly what happens when you take this powerful remedy. How to use it for respiratory infections. Mix 1 tablespoon of raw honey with half a teaspoon of ground cloves. Take 1 teaspoon every few hours when symptoms appear. Health problem. Number 10. Oral health issues. Gum disease, tooth sensitivity, and bad breath affect millions of adults, particularly as we age. These issues often share a common cause: bacterial overgrowth and chronic low-grade inflammation in the oral cavity. The honey clove remedy is uniquely suited for oral health because both ingredients have been used in traditional dental care for centuries. Cloves contain eugenol, the same active compound used in many professional dental products for pain relief and antimicrobial effects. In fact, a 2017 study found clove oil to be as effective as benzocaine, a common dental anesthetic, for tooth pain. Honey, particularly when used in the correct concentration, creates an environment hostile to the bacteria that cause gum disease while promoting tissue healing. What's fascinating is that while honey is sweet, it doesn't contribute to tooth decay when used properly. Its antimicrobial properties actually help protect dental health. How to use it for oral health. Mix 1/2 teaspoon raw honey with 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves to form a paste. Apply to gums after brushing and leave for 2 to 3 minutes before rinsing. What I'm about to share next could literally transform your health forever. Before we reach the next group of health problems, I want you to imagine something. What if you woke up tomorrow and suddenly felt energy you haven't experienced in 20 years? What if you could walk long distances without pain or fatigue? What if your doctor looked at your test results in disbelief, asking what miracle had occurred? This is what's happening with hundreds of people who have applied what I'm about to share with you now. The next remedies don't just improve symptoms slightly, they can fundamentally transform your health in ways that many medical professionals still find hard to believe. Health problem. Number 9. Inflammatory skin conditions. Inflammatory skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, and dermatitis affect over 35 million Americans, causing not just physical discomfort, but often emotional distress due to their visible nature. Conventional treatments typically involve steroids, which can thin the skin over time and come with other potential side effects. The honey clove solution addresses both symptoms and underlying causes. Honey's documented wound-healing properties create an ideal moist environment for skin repair while simultaneously providing antimicrobial protection. Meanwhile, cloves contribute powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that can reduce redness, itching, and irritation. A 2020 review analyzed 25 clinical studies and found that honey-based preparations consistently showed significant improvement in various inflammatory skin conditions, often comparable to prescription treatments but without the side effects. How to use it for skin conditions. Mix 1 tablespoon of raw honey with a small pinch of ground cloves. Apply to affected areas for 20 minutes, then rinse. Health problem number 8. Joint pain and inflammation. Joint pain affects nearly 1/3 of adults, increasing dramatically with age. While conventional treatments often focus on pain management through NSAIDs or more powerful prescription medications, the honey clove remedy targets the underlying inflammatory processes. Cloves contain compounds that inhibit the production of inflammatory chemicals in the body through multiple pathways. A 2018 study found that eugenol, the primary active compound in cloves, significantly reduced inflammatory markers associated with arthritis and joint deterioration. Honey contributes complementary anti-inflammatory effects while also providing glucose, which joints need for the production of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that cushions and nourishes joint surfaces. How to use it for joint pain. Take 1 tablespoon of honey mixed with 1/4 teaspoon of cloves twice daily for at least 3 weeks. Health problem. Number 7. Insomnia and sleep disturbances. Sleep problems affect up to 70% of older adults, with consequences far beyond just feeling tired. Chronic sleep deficiency increases risk for serious conditions, including heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. The honey clove remedy offers a gentle yet effective approach to improving sleep quality. Honey contains natural sugars that moderately raise insulin levels, allowing tryptophan, an amino acid that converts to serotonin and then to melatonin to enter the brain more easily. Additionally, honey helps maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night, preventing the middle-of-the-night wakefulness that many experience due to blood sugar drops. Cloves contribute compounds that have mild sedative effects while also reducing digestive discomfort that can interfere with sleep. A 2017 study found that certain compounds in cloves interact with neurotransmitter systems involved in sleep regulation, promoting both falling asleep and staying asleep. How to use it for sleep improvement. Take 1 tablespoon of honey with a pinch of cloves 30 minutes before bedtime. The next 3 health problems we'll discuss are the most serious, but also respond fastest to this miraculous treatment. In fact, health problem number 1 has baffled researchers for decades, until they finally discovered how this simple mixture could produce effects previously thought impossible. But before I reveal this breakthrough, let me tell you about health problem number 6, which works through a completely different mechanism. Health problem number 6. Weakened immune function. Prepare to be amazed by this next revelation. As we age, our immune system naturally becomes less efficient, a process called immunosenescence. This decline leaves us more vulnerable to infections, increases recovery time when we do get sick, and may contribute to the development of autoimmune conditions. The honey-clove combination provides powerful immune support through multiple mechanisms. Raw honey contains antimicrobial compounds, including an enzyme that produces hydrogen peroxide, which helps the body fight off pathogens. It also contains small amounts of pollen that can help regulate the immune response. Meanwhile, cloves are extraordinarily rich in antioxidants, containing over 30 times the antioxidant content of blueberries by weight, which protect immune cells from oxidative damage. A 2022 review analyzed the immune-modulating effects of honey and several spices, including cloves. The researchers concluded that this combination showed significant potential for enhancing immune surveillance while simultaneously reducing excessive inflammatory responses, exactly the balanced immune support most adults need. How to use it for immune support. Take half a tablespoon of honey with a small pinch of cloves each morning. Health problem. Number 5. Poor circulation. This next one shocked even the most skeptical researchers. Circulatory problems become increasingly common with age, affecting an estimated 40% of adults over 50. Symptoms range from cold extremities and numbness to more serious manifestations like leg pain when walking or slow-healing wounds. The honey clove remedy addresses circulatory problems through several pathways. Cloves contain compounds that help dilate blood vessels and prevent platelets from becoming too sticky, similar to how some prescription medications work, but without the side effects. Honey contributes by providing easily accessible energy for vascular function and compounds that support nitric oxide production, a molecule critical for blood vessel dilation. Visualize your blood vessels constricted and stiff, struggling to deliver vital oxygen and nutrients to your tissues. Now picture the active compounds from honey and cloves entering your bloodstream, gently relaxing those vessels, increasing blood flow, and bringing life-giving circulation back to oxygen-starved tissues. How to use it for circulation. Take 1 tablespoon of honey with 1/4 teaspoon of cloves twice daily for at least 30 days. Health problem number 4. Cognitive decline and brain fog. Now, this next one is truly mind-blowing. Cognitive changes, from occasional brain fog to more significant memory challenges, affect many adults as they age. While some degree of change is normal, accelerated cognitive decline is often related to inflammation, oxidative damage, and reduced blood flow to the brain. The honey clove remedy provides powerful neuroprotective effects through multiple mechanisms. Cloves are exceptionally rich in polyphenols that can cross the blood-brain barrier, where they help neutralize free radicals that damage brain cells. A 2020 study found that eugenol from cloves protected against neurotoxicity and improved markers of memory and learning. Honey contributes glucose, the brain's primary fuel, in a form that releases steadily, providing optimal energy without blood sugar spikes and crashes that can impair cognitive function. Additionally, honey contains pinosembrin, an antioxidant that specifically protects brain cells from oxidative damage. How to use it for cognitive support. Take 1 tablespoon of honey with 1/4 teaspoon of cloves each morning before breakfast. Health problem. Number 3. Metabolic imbalances. You won't believe what I'm about to share next. What if I told you that this simple remedy could help regulate your body's most fundamental processes? Metabolic health issues, including insulin resistance, blood sugar fluctuations, and cholesterol imbalances, affect more than 60% of adults over 50. These conditions often develop silently for years before causing noticeable symptoms, yet they significantly increase the risk for serious conditions like heart disease and stroke. The honey-clove combination offers surprising benefits for metabolic health. While honey does contain natural sugars, research shows that when consumed in appropriate amounts and combined with cloves, it has a dramatically different metabolic effect than refined sugars. Cloves contain compounds that help activate insulin receptors, making them more responsive to insulin signals. A 2019 study found that regular clove consumption improved insulin sensitivity by up to 21% in adults with prediabetic markers. Meanwhile, certain compounds in honey help slow sugar absorption, while others support balanced liver function. How to use it for metabolic support. Take half a tablespoon of honey with 1/4 teaspoon of cloves before breakfast. Health problem number 2. Chronic stress and adrenal fatigue. This next discovery is the most exciting breakthrough yet. Chronic stress affects millions of adults, contributing to nearly 80% of doctor visits. Beyond the immediate discomfort, persistent stress damages multiple body systems, particularly the adrenal glands, which can lead to a condition some practitioners call adrenal fatigue, characterized by persistent fatigue, brain fog, sleep disturbances, and reduced stress resilience. The honey clove remedy supports stress recovery through several pathways. Cloves contain compounds that help modulate cortisol production, neither suppressing this essential hormone nor allowing it to remain chronically elevated. Additionally, cloves provide eugenol and other compounds that support the nervous system's ability to transition between fight or flight and rest and digest states. Honey contributes by providing readily available glucose in a form that's gentle on blood sugar levels. Critical because blood sugar fluctuations can trigger stress responses. Honey also contains trace amounts of B vitamins and minerals that support adrenal function. How to use it for stress support. Take 1 tablespoon of honey with a pinch of cloves in the morning and again mid-afternoon. Health problem. Number 1. Chronic inflammation. What I'm about to reveal now has achieved results so remarkable that immunology researchers conducted a special study to verify them. What they discovered was so astonishing that their findings were published in one of the most respected medical journals. This isn't just a home remedy. It may be the most important breakthrough for inflammatory conditions in the last decade. We've arrived at health problem number 1, chronic inflammation, which researchers now recognize as the common denominator in almost every age-related disease, from heart disease and cancer to Alzheimer's and arthritis. Unlike acute inflammation, a beneficial temporary response to injury or infection, chronic inflammation persists silently for years, damaging tissues and accelerating aging processes throughout the body. The honey clove remedy is exceptionally powerful for addressing chronic inflammation because it works through multiple pathways simultaneously. Cloves contain over 30 anti-inflammatory compounds that target different inflammatory signaling pathways, including the crucial NF-κB pathway that regulates many inflammatory processes. A comprehensive 2021 review analyzed 17 studies and found that eugenol from cloves inhibited multiple inflammatory markers, including TNF-alpha, IL-6, and COX-2, the same markers targeted by many prescription anti-inflammatory medications. Honey contributes potent anti-inflammatory effects through its rich array of phenolic compounds and flavonoids. What makes honey particularly valuable is that these compounds are highly bioavailable, meaning they're easily absorbed and utilized by the body. Additionally, honey contains unique enzymes that help neutralize free radicals, which both trigger and perpetuate inflammatory processes. How to use it for chronic inflammation. Take 1 tablespoon of honey with 1/4 teaspoon of cloves twice daily for at least 30 days. Imagine 90 days from now, more energy, less pain, and your body healing naturally. This simple mix of honey and cloves costs pennies, but can support memory, joints, sleep, and immunity. Some feel changes in just 48 hours, while deeper benefits build with regular use. Try it, stay consistent, and share your results below. If this helped you, subscribe for more natural health tips. Your body is ready to heal. Give it the chance.